Let's take the Krispy Kreme's challenge today.
Looks like a heart attack waiting to happen.
It looks very yummy heart attack.
You're listening to the podcast where we talk about life, sports, family, and everything in between. Welcome to Just Talking Out Loud with your hosts, Ron and Terry.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Just Talking Out Loud. I'm Ron.
And I'm Terry.
And we are happy to have you along with us as we are. This was something that we saw just recently, and it's been out for a little while. This is April, but it's called Chocomania. So this is going to be interesting because,
Kremes.
I wish I had the...
When he sent me the ad, because I picked these up at Walmart, just at the local Walmart, there were 4 donuts shown, and our package does not look like it has the...
Yeah, there's supposed to be 4 donuts. So we have the Hershey's chocolate buttercream.
Okay, that's what this one, these 2 look like.
That's a buttercream.
Yeah, here, let me lift them up here. These 2 here look like buttercream. This one is 4, though.
Yeah.
And the one that says...
This one here.
The chocolate, what's it say, caramel? Salted caramel cheesecake. Doesn't look like it's in here. It looks more like a Bavarian donut, and it has a swirl on one side, and it doesn't look like it's in here. But then the other one is a chocolate chip cookie.
Yeah, this one is a classic chocolate.
And this one is...
Oh, the chocolate chip cookie. Yeah, that's that one.
And this is classic chocolate.
And then they threw 2 glaze in there, just in case you're not full enough.
Yeah, but I really wanted to try the cheesecake, so
we're kind of bummed.
Yeah, hoping that maybe this one's cheesecake and they just frosted it wrong. I don't know, but
no, I can't be a cheesecake. There's no way
you know what? I should have gotten a knife. Is there a plastic knife?
Yeah, excuse us. Here, keep the people interested here.
Okay, yeah.
There's a knife right here.
Okay.
Here we go.
That way we can cut them.
You want a fork too?
No, just a knife that way I'll lift it out and cut pieces off of it so we don't have to pick the whole thing up. Which one do you want to try, the cookie one or the...
I don't care. Whatever one you pick out first is fine with me.
Let's do the chocolate cream.
That's just the basic.
Because that's a basic chocolate cream.
Okay, let's move this.
I'm just going to cut bites off of it because I really don't need that much.
But so we're trying these. There's 6 donuts in here.
Donuts after this, though.
Yeah, these aren't going to last much longer. Here we go. This is just a basic Hershey chocolate, right? On a Krispy Kreme donut.
Chocolate cream.
Very good. I haven't had
chocolate.
I will say this. I haven't had a Krispy Kreme donut in a long time.
I haven't either.
Most of the donuts we've tried, and no offense to anybody, but it's been Dunkin'.
We still like our Bavarian donuts.
Yeah, the Bavarian. That's why I thought that one would be
really good.
The cheesecake one.
So if I see one with the cheesecake one, I'll buy them again.
Very good. I mean, you can't go wrong with a donut. I'm sorry, you just can't. It's excellent.
Very good.
It's excellent.
Okay.
So which one's next?
Let's try this one because it's 4 and
That's the peanut. What did I say it was? I lost my my phone. Yeah.
No.
This one is the Bavarian. No, what is it? Here it is. So that one is this which one's the buttercream?
Buttercream. This would be chocolate buttercream.
Okay, so we have the chocolate buttercream we're trying next. And if we're making you hungry for a donut, I'm really sorry. Although when she brought these in, I can't say no to a donut. I don't know. People, I give you credit. If you can say no to a donut, God bless you. I don't know how you do it.
It's very good.
Okay, so they're all on the glazed donut, correct? That's
just
definitely
the Krispy
Kreme glaze. Well, I'm not going to say no.
It's on a regular Krispy Kreme donut, and they've just put the ice. And that's why I thought the cheesecake one would be different.
Do you taste what is it supposed to be?
Yes,
Butter?
the buttercream. You can taste a little bit of the icing that's kind of whipped.
Okay.
It tastes like the other one with a little bit of extra icing.
It doesn't. Yeah, it's not really that different. They're still good. I love donuts. Don't get me wrong.
It just has a little bit of extra. So
now I really wish we'd have had the other one.
Yes.
Because I think it would have made a huge difference.
Yeah. And
right now, those two are both the same.
I didn't know to look in the package and see that they had all the different.
It had the Chocomania.
This one's called the cookies. This one I thought looked more like a cake, like donut, but it's not.
It's a glaze too?
Yeah, it's a glazed donut also.
Okay.
Crumbles of cookies and it's got Look, this I can't even cut because there's a cookie right in the middle.
Oh. It doesn't say what kind of cookie, does it?
It's chocolate chip cookie. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. It is chocolate chip. Yeah.
And crumbled on the top with the icing and then some chocolate and little mini chocolate chips.
That one is
different.
What is it because I have a lot of chocolate in me?
Mm-hmm.
Because
maybe we should eat that one first. Or maybe
something
we should have
is
a drink
different.
Of water.
I think that's more of a cake donut. Don't you think? Do you think it tastes a little more like a cake donut?
I think it's just
what is it that
I got a chunk of cookie.
So did I. I got a little one.
I got a big chunk of cookie.
Cut me off right there where that chocolate.
Here?
Yeah, right there. This has got a little bit of chocolate in it. I don't think there's any cookie in this part. Well, I guess these are. I'm eating all the
chocolate. Yeah, there's chocolate chips in there too. I actually like the other two a little bit better than.
Yeah, me too.
One.
I don't know. This one's giving off a weird.
The buttercream has a little bit more. It has a little tiny aftertaste of buttercream. That's the only difference between the regular one.
Cut a regular. I want to just try a regular.
The
Krispy
the first
Kreme
one,
glaze.
the classic chocolate one,
which everybody knows when you get it off the warmer.
Oh yeah,
they are really good. Mm-hmm. Krispy Kreme. It's a classic. That's a great donut.
Yeah.
There's something about the cookie one that's throwing me off. I don't know what it is.
It's not as sweet.
I'm wondering if that was a cookie like the not cookie, what am I saying? Not.
It's just a Krispy Kreme donut with cookies like crumbled in the icing.
What's the ones that have like the blueberry and the?
Yeah,
they're just
the
a cake
one. Yeah,
the cake donut. I think,
but it's not.
That's not a cake. That's a glazed donut.
It's a glazed donut with the cookies like in the icing.
Yeah.
And drizzled over with chocolate and little mini chocolate chips.
If we come across the one with
the cheesecake,
we're definitely gonna we'll do
another
one on that by itself.
Well, yeah, because I would really like.
I wish we could have tried that, but that's okay.
It was called what was it?
It's
chocolate.
It's a Hershey's chocolate salted caramel cheesecake.
See, and I love salted caramel, so salted caramel cheesecake sounds wonderful.
And I don't know if they couldn't sell it.
You don't think that was? See, that's just like the other one.
That's the same thing as the one we already ate.
Buttercream.
Yes, same exact donut, and it's not.
So
see this
why
one.
We didn't get a
see, I don't know if you can see on my phone, but this one has.
Someone messed up in packaging.
It looks like a Bavarian cream type.
Yes, and it says it's a caramel cheesecake.
Yeah, it's a cheesecake, so it's going to be in the middle.
That would be really good.
So hopefully we can try that the next time.
But this, if you like Krispy Kreme donuts, this is really worth the buy.
Yeah, it's good stuff. It's expensive, but it's.
I think it was like $11.98 at Walmart.
But it's really good. We'll put that over there because we'll eat them the whole episode.
Oh yeah,
they're really that freaking good.
They're good.
Would you? Okay, so let's.
There wasn't that much difference between the classic chocolate and the buttercream chocolate.
No,
just
I agree.
A wee little bit of a
tiny little bit
of buttercream chocolate flavor, but it
What's your
wasn't
favorite?
Really. I liked the classic chocolate a little bit better.
Me too. I like the classic chocolate too. Glazed donut, can't go wrong. I would love to
try the cheesecake, the caramel, because I think that would be my favorite.
Okay, so that's our next.
We wouldn't know.
That's our next one. Is if we can find it, our next episode we'll.
So every time I go into Walmart, I'll be looking at those and seeing if they have one with the cheesecake in it, and if they have one with more than one cheesecake, I'll like this mess up, I'll
Right.
definitely go for that.
And then you can watch us blow up as we're eating all the donuts.
Yeah, and I cannot gain weight.
No, we have a wedding coming up.
Yeah.
We don't want to gain weight.
I already have my dress. So
I have my suit. I have to be able to fit in my suit.
And I have to be able to fit
Here
in
I
my
am
dress.
trying. We got coming up this month, we're going to have a snack from a country. We don't know what country yet. We got that coming up. We're going to try the donut.
If we can find it.
If we can find it, we're going to do that too. So anyway, you can stick around.
Keep us sugared up.
We're going to be all sugared up and all jittery for the whole episode.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. Let's play a game.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
We're going to play a game called hand washing, true or false.
Oh no.
So now, with the pandemic and everything, everybody was wash your hands. And with kids, you want to try and get them to wash their hands because, they're constantly wiping their snot on all the toys and everything else. So you want to wash your hands.
Came to me and here it was a big old booger.
Oh, there's nothing. That's great. Okay. Hand washing, true or false? You ready? True or false? You should scrub your hands for no less than 60 seconds. You can answer at home. We'll give you a little bit of break. I was going to tell you that. Just give it a couple seconds, right, before you. Don't look at the answers. Don't cheat. There's no cheating.
I never heard 60. I never. Wait, okay.
Let me repeat the question so I make sure you understand what it's saying.
Okay.
True or false? You should scrub your hands for no less than 60 seconds.
I would say false.
That is false. It's 20 seconds.
Yeah, and
is the minimum.
I always heard sing a song like row, row, row
right.
your boat.
Wasn't it Happy Birthday too?
Happy Birthday or something. And make sure you get in between your fingers and stuff. But it's 20 seconds, but it's like 1001, 1002,
correct.
20 seconds.
That's right.
Yeah.
Not our 20 seconds.
Yeah,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, throw some water on
and I
hand.
have to admit, I don't always wash that long, especially
20
when I'm
seconds?
watching kids. Yeah.
Well,
when I'm
when you're watching
kids, I get a squirt of soap and I rinse it off and I'm back out of there because either that or they're in the bathroom with me and I'm just wanting out of there.
All right.
Before they're playing in the toilet.
Yeah. Well, then you got to wash your hands all over again.
You turn around.
It's not this. Yeah. Especially if the water's yellow. You got to be careful. That's not cleaning your hands. True or false? Warm or hot water is better than cold for washing hands. True or false?
I would say true.
That is false. Cold, warm, or hot is fine as long as you're using soap. Because I don't use warm water all the time when I'm washing
I don't
my hands.
wait for it to get hot. That's for sure.
Yeah, so I mean, it doesn't matter. So yeah, warm or hot water doesn't matter. Cold is fine, but the main ingredient in all that
is soap.
Is El Sopo. Okay, true or false? Soap and water is the best way to get rid of more germs.
True.
Yes, that is true. Even better. Listen to this. It's even better than hand sanitizer. So a lot of people
I know
are
they were
buying hand
passing that
sanitizer.
sanitizer. We got tons of it in our cupboard left from COVID.
And soap is just as good, if not better.
And the sanitizer takes my fingernail polish off.
Yeah, Terry's been having a lot of issues with her fingernail polish.
It won't stay on me ever since COVID.
Since COVID? You think it's affected your fingernails?
Well, and then like when I went to the dentist and they were like, please use the sanitizer. And I was like, no, I just used it, the spray kind at work, and I don't want to touch it again.
Right.
Besides that, everyone and their brother touched it. And
okay. Well, my only thing, you wash your hands and you got to touch the handle coming out of the bathroom.
Okay.
So you're just, so I got to take the paper towel
with you and open the door and then throw the paper towel.
If they have paper towel, it depends on where you are.
Oh, yeah. I know some places they only have the air dry.
You got to air dry and then the water comes flying all over the place.
It's bad.
Okay, true or false? It's okay if you skip washing the backs of your hands.
False.
That is false. You got to wash all of your hand. You mean, it'll be like getting in the shower and not washing your crotch.
Yeah.
It's like, okay,
what's the use?
I got
you
this,
didn't get your dirty parts. You didn't get your dirty parts.
I didn't use my middle part.
I mean, when I spit bath, that's the only parts I wash is my pits and crockies.
And your coochie?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the parts that stink the most is what I wash.
So you're saying your coochie
when
stinks?
I call it a spit bath, I mean, you poop and pee out of it. So, yeah.
Man.
It's not a nice smell.
Okay, Captain Obvious.
Okay.
You poop and pee out of it.
Yeah, so.
We just had donuts and we're talking poop and pee already.
Hey.
All right, last one.
It seems to always go that way.
Last one of true or false. You don't need to buy antibacterial soap.
True.
That is true. Regular soap works just fine. Is that the same as Dawn? Could you use Dawn?
Yeah, you could use any kind of soap, I think, would rinse dirt and germs away, most of them.
How many people, I wonder, I'm going to ask our wonderful people out there, you're in the bathroom, right? Because you can't hold it anymore. You're prairie dogging it all day. Because you don't want to go there.
And you got a 1 and a 3-year-old right behind you.
Well, that. But what I'm saying is you're in the bathroom.
Grandma!
Yeah, they open the door on you. I know they do. That's why I have to go upstairs behind 2 gates so they can't get to me. But you're in the bathroom and you know somebody walked in, right? Because you can hear them.
Yeah.
Because usually when someone else comes in.
And you're letting it loose in there, huh?
They're doing their business. They're peeing and you hear, because they're farting at the same time. And then you're waiting for the water to run.
And you don't
it doesn't
hear it.
run.
And they just left.
And your eyes
and you
are
hope
like, who was that?
You didn't know who it was.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the part that it's always a little scary to me.
I don't want to go to their desk.
A lot of people do not like to go to the bathroom at work.
Well, in our kids wouldn't go at school and they would run from that bus down here.
Oh, I can't imagine holding it. I can't do that.
They'd hold it all day and they'd run down from the bus and take off. Nathan would take off running to go to the bath. I gotta go.
I'm too old to hold this stuff in. I have to let it go.
And, especially since your surgery. I know you.
Yeah, well, since my surgery, I can't take a chance on a fart.
Times, I know.
There is no chances.
I know me, when I drink my Kabuka, it runs through me. I have to. I mean, you've seen me. If I drink Kabuka and we go shopping to Walmart or to Sam's Club or whatever, luckily they both have pretty clean bathrooms.
Well, we have to ask. Well, because I was in Ollie's and I really needed to. My eyes were turning yellow. And the bathrooms were way in the back.
Were they
and
clean?
We were leaving. I didn't go.
Oh, you never did go.
I held it in, which is not a good thing to do.
No, it's not.
Okay, so you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
These are for you people that are tired of cleaning. These are the 5 things that you don't have to clean anymore.
Okay, that would be good.
This is great. Now, one of these
common household things.
Common household things. One of these things is a little interesting. We'll get that in a minute. But first, these are 5 things you can stop cleaning. Number 1. The grill grate. Instead of scrubbing the grate after you use it, you leave the grill on high for about 15 minutes. The residue will cook it off, and it'll go away. I have done that. This one's a little different than one we have now.
No, yeah, the griddle one.
Yes. But I have done that before where rather than, because I'm always worried about, they always talk about the grill grate cleaners that have not aluminum, but and they'll get off on the food sometimes if you don't clean it right. I've had people that actually it'll fall off. Oh. No, like the little scrubby part of and it's kind of a steel thing. You got to be careful with that stuff.
Yeah.
So just burn it off. You don't have to worry about it anymore. Number 2, shower curtain liner.
I'm always spraying that sucker.
Liners are so cheap that laundering them, which we don't do.
I used to put them in the washing machine.
Oh, because that removes the mildew.
Mm-hmm.
It says just replace the liner every 6 months. Is that about how long? That sound right? About 6 months?
Now, with just 2 of us, when we had that many people in the house and when we were doing foster care, I had moldy liners. That's why I laundered them. Probably once a month, I took them down and then put them in the washing machine and hung them out on the line.
Well, I clean
because it just seemed to kill that. You know where the seam was at the bottom?
Yes.
Like especially where you entered the shower or exited the shower on both ends of the corner would be nasty all the time.
Yep.
So I had someone's job was to spray the liner when they got in and out of the shower. And my kids started doing that all the time. And that really cut down. I got like the shower shine, like the clear shower cleaner, and they would spray the shower liner. Then they would take their shower and they'd spray it real quick for me again. And that really cut down on it because I was having all the time. It seemed like there was
we had
mildew
kids
on
and they
it.
were in the shower.
And we
constantly.
had, and a lot of traffic in there.
So,
and they were always afraid of getting athletes' feet from someone coming through the house.
Yeah, I shout when I do the back shower, our shower, every other week because I'm off every other Friday. So I'll spray it down with this. Alexis and Nathan told me about this vanilla stuff. I forget. And it smells really good, but boy, does it cut down the clean.
Scrum and everything.
I don't have to use anything else. That stuff works great.
And I've been washing my hair less than I used to, so that should cut down.
Now we don't have a liner in our new bathroom because it's it's ceramic tile, so it's
ceramic tile in a.
Although we haven't used it either, so it's easy to clean. You don't use it. So shower curtain liner, if you want to just replace it, they are cheap though, right? Can't be that much. I
used to get them at Gabe's for 99 cents, but I haven't seen them in there for a long time. And now Big Lots is going out of business, so who knows where I'll find them now.
Number 3, things you can stop cleaning: pillows. After washing and drying a pillow, which I don't know if we've ever washed a pillow.
Well, what is that? My Pillow. The My Pillow guy says to wash his pillow.
Yeah, he does.
He says it fluffs right back up.
They say it's never.
We do have My Pillows,
and it's never quite the same. Although we've never done it.
But we've not washed our My Pillows yet. But we bought them, and we'll have to try washing them and see if they fluff right up.
I don't even know which ones are which.
It says My Pillow on it.
Oh, what if it's My Pillow?
But I did buy a My Pillow because we wanted to try it.
I wonder how many people out there you can answer, you can comment.
Have you ever washed it? Yeah. If you have a My Pillow,
well, I'm talking about any pillow.
He says you can wash the My Pillow and it will come back to life. So if you've done that and it has or hasn't, hey, let us know.
Well, I'm talking about any pillow though, because
I'd like to know whether I want to wash that pillow or not.
How hard it is to break a pillow in.
Yes,
it's never the same.
It's like
So I wonder how many just buy a new pillow or do you wash it? I don't know how many. I don't know. Instead, they say throw it out, buy a new one every 6 months. So it's the same with the pillow. They're saying just throw it out, but pillows can be expensive.
Some of them, and they have those ones with fiber, like bamboo fibers or something, that were real expensive. Like there's no way I would just throw that out in 6 months if I paid $90 for a pillow.
Well, the My Pillow we got on sale.
Yeah, I'm sure we got them on sale when they were buy one get one or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Number 4, things you don't have to clean: making the bed. Yeah, listen to this one.
No one makes the bed anymore. Our kids don't make beds. I don't know why.
There's a reason.
Because it's not that hard to get out of the bed.
Well, here's the thing.
It.
Here's my thing. If this is interesting, why they say not to make the bed, but there's also if people are coming over, just make the bed. But microscopic dust mites is a leading cause of allergies. They thrive on moisture in your mattress and bed covers. Flip the covers in the top sheet open, let the bed air out each day. And that helps with the dust mites.
Well, we have a water bed, so
those of you who don't like to make the bed,
have those?
I just gave you there. You can use that excuse.
I think it's horrible.
Yeah, but you
get up and you make your bed.
But that might be why
laziness.
that might be why we have all the allergies. These dust mites. They're living in there. We're living in our sweat.
We have a water bed. We don't have a regular bed.
All right, but I'm just saying, they're saying the dust mites in the regular bed could be a problem. So leave it unmade. What I'm saying is if you can leave it if no one's coming, who cares? If we're going to get down and dirty, I don't always make the bed. I don't want to make it. Right?
I just think it's proper to make
that way.
bed.
The dust mites are gone. We can do our business, and then we can.
And I don't think any of our kids make the bed. I bet Nathan and Alexis do, but
I'm sure they do. It's just a bed.
Yeah,
it's not a big deal. There's other things to worry about, but that's. I just gave you a reason right there. Dust mites don't make the bed. Number 5, waxing the car. This is for me.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, newer cars have tough finishes, and they don't need wax for protection. I don't know how many people actually.
Well, the newer cars aren't metal; they're plastic. So I don't understand.
Well, they say the paint on them is a lot stronger.
The paint.
The paint.
Better. Okay.
Is supposedly better. Supposedly, so you don't have to wax.
But do they wax it once before you buy it so that it'll sheen.
Well, nowadays you can do the with these car washers that popped up every corner. Depending on what you buy,
like
they'll do a wax.
Yeah. A liquid, like a real thin liquid wax.
Yeah, they'll do a wax on there.
Okay.
So that's pretty good there. Okay, so that's 5 things you don't have to clean, and apparently we have a real big disagreement about beds. I like making the bed. Don't get me wrong. I think it just makes it's neater. I remember someone saying that if you want to feel like you accomplished something, you could actually say, "I made the bed."
Yes.
So it's like, okay.
I get up and make the bed every morning.
Well, you can leave it open for an hour or two if you're not going right away. You know what I mean? Just to let get out of here, dust mites.
I could go exercise.
Although we
come
do
back
have,
and make it.
Although we do have a water bed. I don't know if that's different or not. I'm sure it is.
I know it is with like your bed bugs.
Okay. Well, yeah.
They can't get through the mattress and stuff
bed,
because the water bed, they can't get through the plastic of it. So once you wash, like if you would wash your bedding in really hot water and wipe the plastic down, you should be rid of them.
So we've had that bed, a water bed. We've had a water bed
for 40 years.
Since we've been married, which is 40 years. And we've gone through...
We're on third. We're on our third
I want to say
mattress.
our third mattress. And, back in the day...
And we tried the no...
We really tested that bed
What
out.
it was that no...
That was back in the day, though.
But
she's not listening to me.
I know, but no, the no wave.
Oh yeah, we didn't
like the no wave mattress. We
I don't remember.
I think we went into the store and tried one, and we decided to get the full wave again.
Oh.
Not only that, it was a lot cheaper. And I think the one mattress, the first one we replaced for $8, and it lasted another 15, 20 years. And you buy a $800 to $2,000 mattress you can buy, and sometimes they don't last that long.
I think we've gone through more heaters than we have mattresses.
I think we have.
You know what I mean? I think I don't want to knock on. Hey, listen, we've been good so far with the heater because we do like the heater, especially in the wintertime. We have to turn it down in the summertime
because of my back problems, and I turn it up in the winter, especially like this winter. I know I had you turn it up, and
we did turn it up.
It helps.
The bed.
We sleep.
The bed.
Yeah, we turned up
the bed
temperature. So that it's like a big hot water bottle on
Nothing
my back.
else, because she's already all, hotted up from still having hot flashes.
Well, the sugar is not going to help.
No, this is not going to help.
The donuts don't help.
Those donuts are still staring at me too, which is bad.
Yeah, they're going to be yummy.
And that wasn't our dinner. We actually did have dinner.
Dinner, yes.
So you want to start a podcast, maybe you're listening to the show today and you're thinking to yourself, boy, that would be fun, and I have a lot of things I want to talk about. Maybe today is the day. Maybe you're looking for a new marketing channel, or you have a message that you'd like to share with the world, or you just think it would be fun to have a talk show. Now, it is a lot of fun, just talking to your friends. Maybe you have ideas about sports, life, or whatever your passion is. Today's the day. Podcasting is easy, it's inexpensive, and it's a fun way to expand your reach online. And where should you go? Buzzsprout. It's hands down the easiest, and it's the best way to launch, promote, and track your podcast. And your show, believe it or not, can be online and listed in all the major podcast directories in minutes, like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcast, and you wouldn't believe how many more there are. And they make it simple to join all of them. Podcasting is not hard when you have the right partners, and Buzzsprout is the team to join. They are passionate about your success. You can join over 1,000 podcasters already using Buzzsprout. We're one of them. We've been on Buzzsprout from the beginning, and I'm so glad I joined up. I had a little bit of an issue, emailed a customer service rep, and they got back to me within 5 minutes, and they had me calm down. It wasn't that hard, and what I was doing was my fault. So here's all you got to do. Click on the link in the show notes. It tells Buzzsprout we sent you. You can support our show, and if you get a paid plan, you get a $20 gift certificate from Amazon. Now, here's some other things that Buzzsprout provides. Like, you get a great looking podcast website. Now, a lot of people think, oh, I got to get a website, got to pay for that. No, you don't. They provide it for you. Also, they have audio players. Maybe you have a website, and all you want to do is promote your show on your own website. You can do that with their audio players, and you can also drop it into other websites and on Facebook or Twitter, and they help you do it all. Believe me, Buzzsprout is the way to go. They've helped me immensely, and I've had a lot of fun doing it. So maybe today is a day for you to start your podcast. And if you do, check out the link below in the show notes and get a $20 Amazon gift card. Okay, you want to support healthy aging?
Okay.
Eat more walnuts.
I ate a whole bag before I went to the doctor the last time, and she said my white blood count was still
but you
down.
can't eat a whole bag in the same day and feel like it's going to make a difference. It doesn't work.
Well, no,
that way.
I ate it over a week. It was a big bag. I ate it over like 2 weeks.
Oh,
but
you're not saying the day
it,
before.
No, I had it like a handful
Because I love
every snack, and she said that was a good way to keep protein in my diet, and those aren't salted or nothing. So I thought I was doing better with them, but she still said I don't have enough protein.
Yeah, I kind of love it when people think, I'll just take this for a day and it should work for me right now. It doesn't work that way.
Constantly
it has to be in you at least 30
proteins
days.
Trying to get it.
Any vitamin, you got to do at least 30 days.
Yeah.
You have to. It's not going to work overnight. Anything, in my opinion.
I know.
Maybe I'm wrong.
That's where some people, even in our family, say, "Oh, well, she will try that," but I don't even think they were on it for 30 days. And
you got to give it 30. You can't give it one day.
Yeah.
Now you're going to know if it causes a reaction. That's a whole different ballgame.
Oh yeah, when I tried that Venostat for my veins, within 2 weeks I was getting heartburn so bad that I couldn't continue. I don't know if it helped my veins because I couldn't sleep at night. I had heartburn so bad. Something didn't agree with me.
I don't know if he'd mind me saying it or not, but it was a really good friend of mine, Joe, great friend of mine, he's like a brother to me. He was having all kinds of issues. Like he'd get the flu and then he'd feel better. And he'd get the flu again. Here, it wasn't really the flu. He was taking some medicine for asthma.
And it didn't.
And he'd forget to take it. So he'd forget to take it and he'd feel better. And then when he would take it and not think that the two were, wait a minute, I'm taking it, I'm getting sick. But when I don't take it, I feel better. Here was causing a reaction.
So he was having a reaction to
the medicine. Yeah. So anyway, so you just never know. And if you're
you have to be kind of in tune.
You got to be
yourself.
in tune with your body. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, so walnuts, they say things like gut and brain health. As we get older, we're always looking for something to boost our healthy aging. We're getting older. We're not getting any younger.
Tell me about it.
And, as well as diet and exercise, all factors to take into consideration. There's a study of kind of a nut that outshines the rest, and that is walnuts. Even after accounting for all the other variables that affect aging, walnuts were the only nut linked with a greater chance of healthy aging. They did a 4-year study. It included data from almost 34,000 women in their late 50s and early 60s.
I'm buying my walnut nuts again.
Looking for links between nut consumption and healthy aging, eating just 2 servings of walnuts a week was linked with greater chance of being healthy at an older age compared to a diet lacking walnuts. So if you're looking for something to help your gut. Of course, when we're talking diet and exercise, but apparently, what did I say? How many walnuts? 2 servings of walnuts. And what would that be?
A week. That's
do you know
2
what a
handfuls
serving?
a week. Yeah.
Okay.
Like a handful.
So there you go. Just take some walnuts.
And see, I was trying to do that rather than have something with salt in them. I got unsalted walnuts and the protein because I've been trying. You've seen me. I've been trying protein bars, protein, whatever I can find. She wants me on more protein, but the more protein has more sodium, and which makes me gain weight.
Yeah, you
and
want
I already
protein every 2 hours.
I quit doing the protein every 2 hours because even I was boiling eggs so I wouldn't have as much salt and doing the nuts.
Yeah.
And I was but that made me hungry all the time. If I ate protein every 2 hours, then I got to the point where I wanted to eat all the time, and I don't.
That's why I think that's the other thing. Once you get into a routine, and then whether it's exercise or eating
Today
something.
I probably is the first day I
Didn't
snacked
really
on those chickens and that chicken bites and I didn't.
When you said
I didn't eat all day. Like I didn't have
like you're outside
protein every 2 hours, and I wasn't starving to death.
Like
Today
you're
was the
outside
first
eating
day.
a full chicken. Mm-hmm. She was eating chicken bites, not eating a chicken outside. We don't have any chickens.
I was eating chicken bites. Okay,
we got 2 more topics to cover. Who is a bad tipper? We're going to talk about who's bad. What generation is the worst tipper?
Probably
We're going to do
us.
that. And a dentist chair. Now,
you hate
let
the
me
dentist.
say this before when we get started. If you had to guess, I hope you're not cheating.
I didn't look at it, but
Who's more afraid of the dentist, men or women?
men? No. Women. You are compared.
I'm just, what if your gut feeling,
I
you said
should
men.
be because I had all my teeth filled as a child.
Well, so
in
did I.
kindergarten, first grade.
But you said men, and you would be correct.
Okay,
Guys are
men,
more
because
afraid of the dentist
You hate the dentist.
than women.
You
put a-
won't even go
Well, I just started.
again.
I went.
But you went for 3
had a
years,
root-
3 or 4
No, I
years
didn't have a root
without
canal.
going.
I had a cavity. And
Didn't you have a root
they
canal
had to put-
too?
No, I didn't have to have
A
that
crown.
done.
Okay,
I'd
the
have
crown.
a crown put on. But you put a guy in a dental chair, he turns into a wimp. And that's me. I will admit that. I am not.
The lady that gave me my nerve test said the guys are wimpier at nerve testing too.
Well, I just.
She said grown men have cried for her during that.
I'd rather do a colonoscopy.
She said
And I've
she,
had my share of them.
she said that I was a trooper.
I'd even go through the day before, then go to the dentist. That is pretty sad, isn't it?
Of a colonoscopy?
Yes.
The prep day.
Yeah, because it's just something about now. It's one thing when I'm just having my teeth cleaned, but even then, now they have this new thing. I hope they keep using it, where instead of using that pick that they put in your mouth and they scrape and it's giving me the EBs just thinking about it. They got this water. It's like a
Water pick.
a miniature pressure washer, and she used it, and it was like, oh, this is great, and it took all the
Plaque off.
The plaque off. Anyway, that's the way to go if you're going to do it. In a survey, 49% of dentists said males are more anxious when it comes to dental appointments. Only 15% thought females were scaredy cats. Boys generally are no more afraid than girls, but as they get older, the fear-gender gap widens. By the time patients hit their 40s,
Ben was a trooper.
Oh, Fenn did great. He had the glasses on.
Of course, he's been to more doctors than any of us.
Yeah, he
have.
has. He went straight in when they come to get the surgery. He walked back in there like it was nothing.
Bye, Mom. See you later.
Yep. When they get their 40s, there are 4 dental phobic men for every anxious woman. One reason may be that men don't take care of their teeth as well as women do, therefore need more work.
Yeah, maybe that is it.
That could be.
I know some of the boys at school didn't even brush their teeth half the time. So, yeah.
It bothers me when I don't brush my teeth. I've been doing this routine of flossing.
And
You bought floss. Thank you. Not that
Not
giant floss that,
I
the
found the good
non-whack.
stuff
You
today.
got the good stuff.
I hope it's the right stuff.
It is. It's the same exact thing.
Okay.
So thank you for that. Last one. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Best and worst generations for tipping.
Oh, my goodness.
So you have the generations.
I don't
Which
even
are-
know all my generations.
Okay, I have
Baby
it.
boomers.
I have it. There are.
You have a chart of
I
them?
had a chart. Okay. There is the silent generation. They were born between 1928 and 1945.
Is that my
Okay.
mom?
Yes. The baby boomers, 1946 to 1964.
I'm 1964.
She's not 1946. 1964. Generation X is me.
You're a Generation X.
1960. We've done this before.
I know, but that's just
1965 to 1980. That's Gen X. That's me.
We're only 9 months apart and we're in different generations.
Our
That's
kids
different.
are all millennials.
They're all millennials.
Yeah, 81 to 96. So all 3 of them are millennials. Gen Z, 1997 to 2012. Generation Alpha, 2013 to 24. And the new one that just began is Generation Beta from 2025 to 2039. So Alpha is Fenn and Beckett is Alpha.
Yeah.
So we've got, you say your mom, right?
It would be a silent
Was
generation.
my mom
43 and no, 38 and 43.
I should call my mom and ask her.
1 for 2 for 3. So my dad was 38 and my mom's 43, I think.
Okay. Oh, so my mom would be baby boomer then.
She might be because she's a couple years younger
Younger.
than
Yeah,
43.
That's right.
She might be 45 though.
She'd be right on the. 45. She's right on the thing.
She's in one of them. Depending
well, you're a baby
on when her
boomer.
Birthday is.
I'm a Gen X. Kids are all millennials, and then our grandchildren are Alpha. We skipped the whole Gen Z, right? I mean, I'm sure there's somebody in Gen Z, but
yeah.
So that's the chart.
Keep that out there so I can see it.
So, of those, who do you think are the worst of these? You have the silent generation, baby boomers, Gen X, millennials.
The worst tippers might be the silent generation because they lived in the Depression and they don't, like my mom has memory problems and she thinks if she gives you $20, it's a lot.
But she always asks
sometimes,
the tip.
yeah.
She does. She always.
Yes, she does.
She does all the time. Baby boomers are the worst tippers.
That's what I thought, baby.
So that's
us. I did say us.
But you do tip. We try to do 18, 20% every time, but now here's the other.
I try to.
Okay, here's this.
I don't think I always did, but when COVID hit, then I realized that, hey, these people need some money.
They did a survey. Baby boomers are the worst. With the generation's age tip percentage landing about 16%, more than 2 percentage points lower than the national average. Millennials tip the most at 19%. Gen Z is at 19.3%, so very close. Millennials and Gen Z right there. Baby boomers and the few representatives of the silent generation.
What?
So you have the baby boomers and the silent generation are also most likely to never tip. So you were right about the silent generation not being a great tipper.
Yeah, because some of them lived in really tough times and they don't think it's that important.
Yeah, and then men and women have different tipping habits. Here's where it gets a little interesting because I know I've forgotten to tip the pizza guy one time. It happened one time.
Oh, it happened.
One time.
He never gave him the tips.
I forgot to give the tip.
When he was young.
I was pocketing the tips.
Whenever the kids were young and we would order pizza, he would never tip them.
I did one time. It was one freaking, they might have been two. All right, anyway, maybe three. But anyway. While approximately 78% of men and women respectively tip at sit-down restaurants, okay? Mm-hmm. That's a gimme. I always think about that. 57% of women tip for grooming services. So you would tip for hair, which we just, and I tip my hairdresser too. Thank you, Tiffany. Compared to only 30% of men tip their hairdresser. Does that surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, because barbers, I wouldn't think about tipping a barber, I don't think.
What do you mean?
Well, how about nail salons? Do they tip in?
Here, I've got the other list. Okay. But it says the tables are turned when it comes to other situations, like 45% of men tip at hotels compared to 39% of women.
I wouldn't think to tip at a hotel. Neither. Unless I had a bellboy or something who took my stuff up to the room for me, then I would tip.
We don't do that enough, so it's...
But yeah, we don't go to hotels that often, and I just, unless I'm in a fancy motel where they're carrying my bags up to the room and stuff like that, I don't think I would. But when we went on a cruise, I tipped.
Oh, yeah. Well,
because they came in and cleaned the room, and, I...
Was tips included in our thing? Maybe not.
I don't know, but I think I did leave money on the thing for them.
44% of men leave a tip for taxis and ride shares, while women only 34% do.
I wouldn't think about tipping the taxi.
Taxi.
I wouldn't think about
Uber?
it. I'm trying to remember if the time we all got into the taxi, if I tipped him.
Okay.
He probably thought we were really cheap. I had to sit up front with him.
So if I had to ask, I'm going to ask you these, and you tell me.
I just wanted back to the hotel. It was dark out.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to walk the streets of New York
City.
So
again, you can comment about these. What services do you tip, if any? Obviously, sit-down restaurant is pretty good. 80% of people do sit-down restaurants. Here's one that I don't do: fast food restaurants.
I don't tip.
I don't tip at fast food restaurants. Mm-mm. I know sometimes like they have the cup out. You ever see the cup? Certain ones, pizzerias sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
If you're going in to pick up.
Yeah. Then you have.
Then you might, but I wouldn't see. To me, it's like, well, I'm going in to pick it up. Why am I tipping it?
Yeah. All you had to do is put it in.
But I am paying you anyway.
Yeah, and all you had to do is put it in a box.
How about meal delivery? Now that's different. That's just like having
meal delivery.
Just having pizza.
Would tip because you have the driver who had to drive all over town for you.
Yeah. Now here's something we don't do, and that's a coffee shop. We don't really.
We don't do coffee.
So I don't know how many people out there.
And even if I went through Mr. Donuts or Starbucks for a coffee or for a chai tea, I probably would not think about tipping.
50%.
I'll have to ask our neighbor because she gets coffee out all the time. Does she tip her coffee people?
50% men and women at coffee shop. Same with delivery. Most split down the middle for men and women.
Okay.
When it comes to barber or grooming, more women do it than men, 57-30 when it comes to hairdresser.
Okay.
I've always tipped who's ever cut my hair. It's just something I've always done. I think it depends on. I've done
never
$3
really gone to a barber shop for a haircut.
I have not gone to but I think you're supposed to tip there too, aren't you?
I don't know.
As far as a hotel, more men than women tip at a hotel.
Okay.
When picking up takeout, see that I don't tip if I'm picking it up.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Maybe, or if I did, it wouldn't be as much. I wouldn't give 18%, 20%. I might give a couple bucks.
Yeah, more men than women.
I'm the one coming out and picking it up.
I'm sorry. When picking up takeout, it's really 20%. So a lot of people don't.
They don't
do that. I forgot. I missed the taxi or ride share. More men than women tip the taxi. I'm assuming Ubers would be on there at some point. Furniture delivery. I've never tipped for a furniture delivery.
I haven't either. I figure it's their job. They get paid to go.
As they're bringing up that big heavy refrigerator up 14 flights of stairs.
We should have tipped the guy who got this off at the table. Oh, that was.
Yeah, he should have had him bring it up here as heavy as this table
it was heavy.
And grocery store. Never tip at a grocery store.
I don't tip in a grocery store.
Now, if someone takes which I don't think they do anymore.
Because
you can pick it up.
We don't do pickups. But maybe if you picked up, maybe you would.
But, yeah, would you? A lot of them don't let you get out of the car.
The delivery, I don't even think our kids they have a delivery fee. So if you deliver it, if you have it delivered, they got their fee out of delivering it.
Okay, I have a question.
You know what I mean? They got a $25 delivery fee.
If you are tipping at a grocery store,
if they get $25 for each person, and they can drop off 3 in a half an hour, that's $75 that driver made.
Okay, but I'm saying,
you know what I mean, in a half an hour.
What if you're not getting it delivered? Because if the kids get delivered, they might they might put a tip in the money, maybe.
I wouldn't, because they have a $25 delivery fee.
Well, I don't know. Some places it depends how much if you order more, right?
I don't know. Free? I don't know.
What I'm saying is, like, say you order and you pick up at a grocery store. A lot of times they don't let you out of the car.
Yeah.
They say, stay in the car. We'll put it in your trunk. I've never thought about tipping. I mean, would you?
And we've picked up one little item that we needed.
I've done that a couple times on small. I've never groceries, I don't think.
We usually just go to the grocery store and get our own.
And finally, never tip. 6% and 7%. It's never tip.
I don't see
it's very low.
Grooming, pet grooming on there. I don't see like nails.
Well, I mean, I guess grooming.
Like nails.
Would you include the grooming services? It says. So would you include that? Oh, nail salons.
Nail salons.
I would think you tip that.
Stuff like that.
And then it says what motivation when deciding whether and how much to tip. This is a good one.
If I have really bad service, the tip is low.
The quality of the service is number one. It's almost 60%.
Yeah, if I have really bad. And now that's different if it's like, say you pulled in someplace and you go in and sit down and they get a bus in.
Yeah.
Now, I don't count that against the girl because she's running her little butt off.
Right.
But if someone just forgets about us or leaves us sitting there without food or without anything for a long time, then they get a lower tip.
How much the server worker receives as a wage, they determines how much of a tip. But
I don't know.
I always go by how much the bill is.
I know that waitresses make less. There's a waitress minimum wage, which is less. But who knows which restaurants pay more than other? I don't know that. I never went.
Pretty much the same, weren't they? I don't know.
I don't know. I think some of the more expensive ones do pay a little bit more.
The quality of service is number one. Number two is how much it will cost me is 21%. Now, if you're going to we've been there. We've had multiple people, fancy restaurant.
And they actually put the chip on there right away because you got too many people.
I don't know. I take that back because we went to Red Robin and it's expensive for hamburgers. So I don't even know if you want to say that. But number two is how much it will cost you to tip. And then number three is the social pressure to leave a tip is 13%. Then finally, how much the service worker actually makes is determines how much they think they should give, or, how much they should give is how much the worker makes, which is very low. I don't think you really think about it. You get the bill and you say, what's 18%? A lot of times it tells you.
Yeah, a lot of times when you go to the thing, it'll say, do you want to tip 18, 20, 20,
and a lot of times it's on there if you have more than 10 people in your party.
So. If you have, then they already
do
charge it to you.
So that's it. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Don't forget to hit the like button, and don't forget to share and subscribe. And maybe, what was the other one? Like. Yeah, the like.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah.
It does not cost anything to subscribe.
And if you share the show with somebody, that helps us too. Just spread it out. We like to be spread. Well, that didn't sound right. Hello, welcome back to Just Talking Out Loud. This is a quickie because we found the donuts that we were missing for Krispy Kreme.
Yep, we went through Krispy Kreme and got the, what are they called? Salted caramel cheesecake.
Correct.
Hershey's. They're in the Hershey's.
Right.
Thing.
Yes.
And so we just got
Chocomania.
Yeah, Chocomania.
Chocomania.
And so we found the cheese. We wanted to try the salted caramel. Sounds wonderful to me.
Yeah.
Cheesecake always sounds good. So we are going to try, and we got each of us one because they sound so good. So
now, if you've been on the fence with these, maybe you've already tried them because this is a little later. They've been out for a little bit once this video comes out, but. So if you want to take a look at what it
looks like
there.
They kind of look like a Bavarian donut. Our guy wasn't real good about putting them in the package. It kind of got squished. Mine is real.
Yeah, we said podcast, but it didn't seem to make a difference.
Yeah.
For those of you listening, it's so it looks like a Bavarian cream donut, but it has a crusty on the one side.
It's got like cookie crumbs on one side, and then maybe that's probably the salted caramel cream, like in a swirl on the other side.
This is a cheesecake.
So we're hoping that it's, I don't know if the cheesecake is part of the filling with the caramel cream so let's find out.
Yeah, by the way, the mic thing is we're trying it out.
Yeah,
so just to see what it's going to sound like.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Hopefully it'll sound well.
Yeah.
Did you get filling? I didn't.
I don't think I did.
I can taste a little bit of the cheesecake. I don't know what it is.
I got a little cheesecake. I got salted caramel's really good. I had to do the back end. I had to lick the back end.
My other end is the salted caramel is wonderful. It's kind of like the Bavarian, but
this might be my favorite of the Chocomania that they had. We tried the other three.
The cheesecake and the salted caramel are all mixed into the cream. So it's like a cream cheese and salted caramel in the filling.
This is really good.
And so the cheesecake is they must have cream cheese in with the salted caramel.
Yeah, if you haven't tried this one,
it's really
cream
yummy.
Cheese donut. It's it might be one of the favorites of the four.
Yeah, I think this is the best one.
It really tastes great. And it probably is, on a heart attack scale, probably a 10. But depending on how many you have.
You can actually taste the aftertaste of the cream cheese.
I really did get the cream cheese on that one. It's really good.
But it's more like your Dunkin' Donut Bavarian donut with this filling and the chocolate icing. The chocolate icing is really good too.
Oh, Krispy Kreme, yeah.
It's really good. Yeah, it's
This is our breakfast, by the way. We're in a hurry, like we always are. We're getting ready for grandkids. But we found these while we were out.
So we thought
we well, we may as well get them. And our Krispy Kreme donuts going through a reconstruction.
No.
The drive-through wasn't busy, though.
No, we went right through the drive-through and got 2 of these.
And it was on their menu. So if you're looking for the salted caramel cheesecake, it's really good if you want to try it.
It's not like a cheesecake donut. It's the cream cheese is in your filling.
I don't have my phone because my phone is there because we're doing a quickie. But the other 3 was a chocolate chip.
Chocolate chip cookie.
I didn't care for that
We didn't
one.
really care for that one. The cookie doesn't kind of go with the Krispy Kreme icing.
Right.
It just made it like a frosted cookie.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just a little bit too much sugar for me and not enough chocolate.
The basic chocolate, Hershey chocolate covered
was really good.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's the same as you would buy. But then the other one had the cream? No, what was on the top?
Buttercream. Chocolate buttercream.
That was pretty good too. Terry came home and was going to have a little piece. I came back to see if I could have a piece. It was gone.
I ate the whole thing.
She ate the whole thing.
It must be pretty good because I ate the whole thing.
So if you're ranking this is pretty high for me. This is probably my favorite.
That would be the favorite one of the 4.
Mm-hmm.
The second one would be the plain chocolate one, and then the buttercream one, and the cookie one would be last.
So anyway, thanks. That's our quickie video as we fill in. Please don't forget to subscribe.
So if you're going through, you want more of the. If you like salted caramel and cream cheese, that's filled with.
That's the one to get.
Mm-hmm.
Follow us on Facebook or X at Just Talking Out Loud, TALKIN. And I hope you enjoyed our donut presentation. We are going to try and find
that
the cheesecake one. We'll do that next time.
Salted caramel cheesecake sounds good.
And do subscribe because every Monday we have a new episode on YouTube and, of course, still anywhere you get your podcast. You can listen to us in the car. Thanks so much for joining us. We're out.
Have a great week.
Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed today's show.